Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome inside Fogarty Arena, where tonight the hometown Spring Lake Park Panthers welcome in the Rogers Royals. Panthers looking for their first win of the season after dropping their first three. Their most recent loss, a 7-5 defeat here at home against Osseo, the closest matchup they've had. For the Rogers Royals, after dropping their first game, they have won 3 in a row, and the wins have gotten bigger along the way. 3-1 at Blaine, 8-2 at Champlain Park, then 12-0 at Coon Rapids. This is game 4 of a 5-game stretch on the road for the Rogers Royals. Teams meet at center ice. It's time for the drop of the puck. Royals in blue, Spring Lake Park in red and white. And we are underway. Kind of a rough puck drop to begin, but Spring Lake Park comes up with it, and they'll work it into the offensive zone right to left. With control is Gavin Forga. Takes it towards the net, knocked away, and pops out to the blue line, held in, pushed down the slot, and stolen away by the Royals. Rogers, starting with their centerman, Tanner Weiss, along with Grant Grenny and Trent Palouf. Eli Dobitz and A.J. Lohman all in front of Cade Chapman, the sophomore goalkeeper. On the other side for Spring Lake Park, Wyatt Noble, John Ross, Gavin Forga, Jacob Fritz, and Brendan Geiselhart start in front of the goaltender, Andy Hulber. Here, face-off at neutral ice, won by the Royals over to Chase Cheslock. Tries to push it forward, does get it in the offensive zone. Panthers after it. Ben Wackman, the junior, got to it in the corner. Now it's knocked out of the zone, and a race towards a skittering puck that crosses in to the Royals zone. They get back on it thanks to Sam Rinaldo. The sophomore tries to bring it out towards the left wall. Lost control for a moment, now sends it ahead, knocked away and recovered. Rinaldo has it again. He'll break the blue line, has support in the middle. Tries to feed it there, the trailer gets it, and it's knocked away defensively on the shot attempt by Mike and Miller. Spring Lake Park waiting. Is this centering pass a good one? Shot, goal! It was fed right in front and finished off. Chase Cheslock gets the goal. A quick score for the Rogers Royals to take a 1-0 lead. Again, a good feed to the middle. He had a lot of space there, just alone with Julberg. And it's 1-0. Goal coming with 15:45 remaining. Lead for Rogers. Rogers averaging 6.5 goals per game this season. So Lohman gave him the feed in the slot. Also an assist credited to Carson Melquist. And it's a 1-0 lead for Rogers. Royals again push it out of their own zone. Spring Lake Park in neutral ice recovers. Rogers creates a turnover, almost had a breakaway, but a little collision slowed that down. Now here's a quick shot. Forecheck attack from Peyton Struck. The sophomore gets the puck, and he did not hesitate, going right at Hulberg. Here a shot, and that one put in. Rogers strikes again. The Royals this time get the goal from Braden Hammond. The senior's first of the season. On a roster that has had a ton of goal scorers this season, Hammond gets his first. Earlier we saw Cheslock get his second. That one coming with 14:55 remaining in the first period. Rogers in their own end. This pass a little too long. Can they catch up to it? Rolling on its edge. It's an icing call. 2-0. Rogers in front. Again, they have been scoring almost at will coming in. They gave one assist on the goal. That was to Eli Dobitz, his first point of the season. Off the draw, Spring Lake Park takes a shot, and that one goes in. I don't think anyone deflected it on the way. A goal to Ben Wackman, the junior defender, gets his first goal of the season. And SLP with a big retaliation score. 14:34 remaining in the first period. Nicely done by Wackman. 2-1 our score. We might be looking at a football score at the end of this one if we continue on this pace. Pass into the middle. Here's a shot. Save made and able to squeeze the knees is Yulberg. So still a 2-1 game. But Rogers quick to attack. These teams led by a couple of second-year head coaches in Addison DeBoer for Spring Lake Park and David Brown for Rogers. Spring Lake Park trying to bring it up. They did give Wackman the assist on that. My apologies. Trying to see who they gave that goal to. $13:50 remaining here in this first period as Spring Lake Park pushes it out of the zone. I thought I heard them call out Weissman, but there's no one like that, so maybe Larson is what I heard. And Brock Larson, it would be his third of the season. Rogers unable to maintain offensive zone presence. Now pass down to the near side. And the puck tipped out of the zone. Recovering Rogers. A.J. Lohman coming up ice. Long pass forward. Got tipped along the way. Ends up behind the SLP goaltender. Puck pushed out to the far side wall. Battle for control, and it squirts to the middle where it's taken by Spring Lake Park. This is Dylan Sonmore. The junior dumps it into the offensive zone, and the chase is on. Into the corner near side, passed out to the far side by Rogers. Spring Lake Park collapses on that puck and maintains possession for a moment. Now a shot towards the goal, and Chapman plays that aside. Chapman 2-1 with a 3 even goals against average and a .903 save percentage on 93 shots faced in this season. Here a puck towards the goal, and Chapman makes another save. Loose puck. Spring Lake Park takes the shot. Blocker save made, this time by Chapman. Spring Lake Park almost held the zone. Now they come back in offsides. Didn't have the other teammate in his vision. Face off just outside of the Rogers Royals zone. And try it again. Drop. Doesn't go much anywhere. Now it's taken by Rogers. Rogers is a quick team. Pass down to the near side. A feed forward. Was knocked away as Cheslock was trying to find an open teammate. Outlet for Spring Lake Park taken away, and Rogers gets back on the attack. Feed into the middle. That one out of the reach of the intended target, Tanner Weiss. Pass towards the front of the net, pops out, and Spring Lake Park trying to carry it out of the zone. Unable to do so. Cheslock keeps it in. Now a shot deflected, downplayed right in front. Loose puck, backhander in that one. A no-look shot attempt with the backhand gets blocked away by a defender. Man without a stick goes to the bench. That's Rogers, who now has even strength skating. Stick broke on him, by the way. Puck played to the far side boards. Battered into the Spring Lake Park zone. 11:20 remaining here in the first period. Already a 2-1 score. Spring Lake Park in their own end, trying to work it out of there. It's Ben Wackman. And now handed off ahead to Dean Romaker. He loses control and we go the other direction. Centering pass, feet forward, pass back, and a goal! The score by the trailer, Mikan Miller. His 5th of the season. And it's a 3-1 Rogers lead. Goal comes with 11:02 remaining in this period. They gave Melquist the assist, his second helper of the night. Sam Rinaldo also getting an assist in this game. Rinaldo, the team's leading scorer with 12 points coming in. That's his first point of the night. And right now, the Rogers Royals going without Carson Melquist, who has 2 assists in this game. Spring Lake Park on the power play for the first time tonight. They'll set it up to the far side. Wackman tries to feed it inside. That one taken away from John Ross and knocked out of the zone. Spring Lake Park 3 of 17 on the power play this season. That's 17.6%. Rogers has allowed 3 goals in 9 penalty kill opportunities this season. So that does not make for a great PK percentage at 67%. Spring Lake Park trying to walk it in, has it taken off the stick. Now played behind the net, centering pass, bouncing puck, and Rogers comes up with it. Unable to get it out as Rinaldo has it poked off his stick. Spring Lake Park holds the zone. They whip it around the boards out to the far side. Giving chase is Jacob Fritz. 1:10 remaining on the power play as this shot blocked up and knocked out of there. He'll go to the other end of the ice. Both teams make changes. 1 minute to go on the power play. Spring Lake Park feeds it up ahead on the far side. This is Luke. And he comes in offsides. Off the draw, one back into the Royal zone. They have control. Spring Lake Park getting aggressive. They're on the power play, looking to get this puck back on this end of the ice. Instead, Rogers able to outlet ahead, bounces off the stick of Grenny. And now Spring Lake Park does take over back on their own zone. Lewick feeds it ahead. This is Boyd. Boyd knocked off the puck. Spring Lake Park gains it again. Lewick brings it into the offensive zone, sends it across. Here's a shot, goes wide on the wrister from Gavin Forga. SLP holds the zone. In the corner, battling with it is Forga. Brings it out to the blue line. Takes a shot from there. He had a man in front in Noble, but it was instead intercepted. Taken the other way by Palouk. Rogers leaving the pass back. Would have been pretty. They were trying to set up Grenny on that pass by Trent Palouk. Short-handed attempt doesn't go. The penalty is done. We skate 5-on-5 with 8:45 to go in the first period. Rogers has some trouble with their passing D to D. Got stuck on the net. Now they try to outlet ahead. Instead, stolen away by Spring Lake Park. They'll dump it back around behind the net. Whips to the far boards where SLP gets it thanks to John Ross. He's knocked off the puck, but it's held in by his teammates up at the blue line. Pushed back down from the near side boards. The slapper to hold the zone by Dylan Sonmore. Picked up behind the net. This is Ty Fredrickson, the junior, looking for options. Hands it off. Spring Lake Park doing a good job of creating pressure here. This forecheck has held the zone for some time, even though they haven't had great possession. Here's a shot from high. They had a man in front, but no rebound to eat. Puck squirts to the back boards, where it's picked up by Rogers. We've had about a full minute now where the puck has been basically in this Rogers zone. They finally break out with control. Poked off the puck in the offensive end. They try to regather now behind the Spring Lake Park net. Man goes tumbling down. That's Fredrickson. And coming over the puck for Spring Lake Park is Sonmor. Sonmor feeds it ahead, breaking the blue line. This is Fritz. Fritz gives it back to Sonmor. Sonmor to the net shot. Goal! Oh my, what play between those two. Unselfish hockey between Sonmor and Fritz. Sonmor gets the goal in the end. It's a 3-2 game as Spring Lake Park pulls within one with 7:21 remaining here in the first period. For Sonmor, that's his first goal of the season. Fritz with his team-leading 6th assist this year. Rogers up by 1. They carry the puck into the offensive zone. Here, shot from in tight and a little help from the defense. Here, a shot and a blocker save made, but before that, it was Noble who got in the way. Credit again to Wyatt Noble standing in and getting his stick down right in front. Now we've got a penalty with contact after the whistle. Oh, let's see. Melquist sitting down and Romaker sitting down. Romaker leading the team in penalties this season. He'll serve his 9th and 10th minutes here. Melquist, just the second time he's been in the box. It's one thing that Rogers has done well. Only 19 penalty minutes through 4 games this season. Compare that with Spring Lake Park in 3 games, 67 penalty minutes. So one less game, more than 3 times the number of penalty minutes. Puck controlled up near the blue line and finally knocked out. We are skating 5-on-5 because of the coincidentals. Puck worked to neutral ice. Carrying it forward is Matt Lohman. Lohman into the offensive end. Loses it along the near side. Pops up to the blue line. A.J. Lohman takes it there. Now quick passing across. And then it's stolen back and forth between the two teams. Not much for possession there. Here a shot, hops over the crossbar, ends up off the back glass into the far side. Here a shot in, got deflected in front, rebound attempt, that's stopped, and then a shot goes wide on the 3rd try. Back out towards the blue line. Spring Lake Park kind of playing defensively here. Puck work behind the net. Asking for it at the top is A.J. Lohman. From the blue line, sends it in deep. Right in front, and a whistle comes here. Got a whistle away from the play. Racing over to the bench with Sam Rinaldo. And we may have a substitution issue for Rogers, and that's what blew the whistle well away from the play. Yeah, for Rogers, time to be served. Tanner Weiss will serve the time. The captain sits down. Weiss, the second time he's been penalized this season. The draw comes back in the Royals' end. And so Spring Lake Park with an opportunity on the power play. They didn't get one last time. Again, all our goals in this game have been even strength. 5 of them so far. And these teams are not strangers to high-scoring games. Spring Lake Park coming off a 7-5 loss, and the Royals coming off a 12-0 win. Here, a shot on the move goes high and wide. In fact, the Royals have scored 20 goals in their 2 games. .147 left on the Spring Lake Park power play as they try to find the equalizer. They're being outshot 9-5 thus far here in the first period. Still 5 minutes and 37 seconds to play before the first intermission. Conversations with the benches have been prevalent so far, and David Brown getting the explanation that he wanted. Off the draw to the stick side of the Spring Lake Park goaltender. Juleberg watches as his team wins it back behind the net. Feed out to the far side. Now trying to carry it forward. Brought into the neutral zone by Blake Lewick. Spring Lake Park kind of got it into the zone and immediately lost control of the puck. Sent forward, then lost. Spring Lake Park's got it. They'll send it down low, and it's pushed away by the stick. Soft shot, almost like it was a pass towards the crease, hoping that someone could get in there. Instead, it got all the way to the tender, and Chapman able to poke it away. Spring Lake Park nearly held the zone courtesy of Lueck. Instead, it's given out, given back. They got to track it down. They'll try again. Rough pass right in front, stolen away. Opportunity, shot stopped. The save made, then a second try. This one, goal! Sticking with the play is Sam Rinaldo, and he'll get the goal. Bad turnover to start that flurry. Spring Lake Park letting that one go right in front. And after getting an initial save from their goaltender, there was too much follow-up pressure from the Royals. Rinaldo gets his 8th goal of the season. 4-2 our score. Rogers in front of Spring Lake Park with 4:35 remaining. That a short-handed goal, as there's still 45 seconds left on the power play. We'll see if they give Lohman an assist, because he had the shot before. Another opportunity possibly developing for Rogers. They carry it into the offensive end. Rinaldo sends it behind the net. Now it's picked up by Spring Lake Park. They do give Lohman the assist. Here's Spring Lake Park with a chance. And 4 minutes to go in the period. They send it towards the net. Fluttering puck shot. This one knocked away. Chapman got his pads down. Kick to keep it on the blue line. Handed off in tight quarters. Now right in front. Shot. Goal! Spring Lake Park answers back courtesy of Justin Boyd, his first of the season. And it's back to a 1-goal game. Nicely done. It just feels like there is so much open space on this ice. And the passing has been fun to watch. You know, I give the tip of the cap to the Royals of having the superior passing. But Spring Lake Park has made some nice plays, and that was up there with 3:49 to go. We've got a 1-goal game here in the first. Spring Lake Park coming back on the attack with Wackman. They gave Forga and Carson the assist. First assist for Carson this season. Here, a shot, save made, rebound, loose in front. It's knocked away. Looked like the net might have come loose as well. 3:18 remaining in this first period. What a night for scoring. 7 first period goals between these two squads. Got 19 shots on goal to this point. Royals average 40 shots on goal this season. In fact, when you look at the numbers, the Royals average the same number of goals that Spring Lake Park allows, and Spring Lake Park averages the same number of shots on goal that Rogers allows. Here, a shot, save made. They don't know. Keeper doesn't know where the puck is. He's all over the place. Now it's picked up by his team and taken out. It's Lubke who's in net. Well, they had announced Chapman earlier. Lubke seeing the ice here. Puck down to the near side. Rogers comes in, takes the shot from tight. Now the follow-up. Goal! Basically just ramming it in there was Tanner Weiss. 5-3 hockey game in favor of Rogers with 2:38 remaining. That one reminded me a bit of Landon Donovan, because I'm not sure how much of his stick he got on. He just threw his body there, hoping that he'd run into the puck, and something caught a hold of it to knock it into the net. Eight-goal first period between these two squads. Spring Lake Park trying to work it out of the zone. They've got a chance if they get it ahead. Nice eyes. They saw the man on the wing. Carson gets it, takes a hard angle shot in the end. Now trying to center the pass. Unable to do so. Rogers getting in the way. Spring Lake Park handing it off in tight quarters, looking for a chance, handed back, and it is loose in front, finally taken behind the net again. Rogers able to work it out of the zone. They feed forward to Struck. Peyton Struck into the offensive end, loses control, puck slowly rolls in to Yulberg. 2 minutes even remaining in this first period. 5-3 score as it just keeps on going. Goal after goal for these two teams. Wish I'd brought a bigger scorebook. Puck behind the net, trying to get control of it are the Royals. Rogers does. They'll center a pass in front. Knocked away, ends up near the blue line, held in nicely and dumped towards the net. Bouncing puck ends up behind. Royals cut to the middle. Now pass it off, far side, into the circle, shot, and that one bounces off the backboard. Spring Lake Park comes up with it. This is Forga. Forga loses it, knocked back into the SLP zone, back ahead to Forga. He'll touch it and get it in to the offensive zone. Puck blasted to the near side boards, heads all the way to the other end. Icing is the call. Stops the clock with 1:13 remaining. And Spring Lake Park with a chance at a draw inside the Rogers end as they trail by 2 goals here in the first period. For Spring Lake Park, the 5 goals they scored in the last game, the most they've had all season. And maybe they're finding the unlock after some trouble against Armstrong Cooper, some trouble against Centennial in those first 2 games when they scored just 1 and lost 6-1 and 8-1. For Spring Lake Park, as there's less than a minute to go in this period, this is a team that returns its top 7 scorers from a year ago. For those of you who watched this program last season, you know how young they were. Now, most of the 7 returning are not seniors this year. Just 2 are seniors among those 7. Here, puck goes up into the netting, and we'll stop the clock with 37 seconds remaining here in the first period. 5-3 the score. So for Spring Lake Park, you felt like they came back with guys who knew how to score. Fritz, Larson, Lewick, Wackman, Noble, Sonmore, Ross. Names that we've called tonight, no doubt about it. But can they keep up with this high-powered Rogers Royals team? Defense is optional here tonight. Quick pass up the slot, stolen away by the Royals. Under 30 seconds to play. They move it through neutral ice. This is Matt Lohman. Tries to center the pass, knocked away. Onto the puck goes Forga. Forga loses it at neutral ice, gets it back, carries into the offensive end. Sends a pass to the middle. Again, the passing has been as fun to watch as anything in this game. Both teams feeling pretty good about that, and maybe that speaks to some of the lack of defense as well, that they feel so confident to make some of these passes since no one's shutting them down. The first period is shut down. We are through 1, and it saw 8 goals scored. The lead with the Rogers Royals, 5-3 over the hometown Spring Lake Park Panthers. We'll pause and return for the second period here on North Metro TV. Start of the second period here on North Metro TV between Spring Lake Park and the visiting Rogers Royals. Royals with a 5-3 lead. They skate in blue from right to left. Even strength hockey to start us off here in the second. Lots of goals in that first period. None came on the power play since I just mentioned special teams. One shorty, though, for Rogers. Rogers looking to get a pass towards the front. They do. It hops up into the glove of Yulberg. So Yulberg on one end, Andrew Lubke on the other. Lubke faced just 8 shots in his time on the ice prior to tonight. Off the draw plate into the corner. Puck squirts towards the net, ends up behind. Spring Lake Park chasing it down, tapping it forward, trying to incrementally work their way out of the zone. Here, pass through the middle, ends up on the near side boards. Trying to hold it at the blue line, not quite. That one did skip backwards, and with that, offsides is called against Rogers. Goal scoring was hot and heavy in that first period. Cheslock got it started with 15:45 remaining. And then Hammond made it 2-0 about 50 seconds later. Weisman got in there for Spring Lake Park to pull it within 1. Miller made it 3-1. Sonmore got Spring Lake Park back within 1 at 3-2. Rinaldo made it 4-2. Boyd for Spring Lake Park made it 4-3. And then Rogers got it back to a 2-goal lead thanks to Weiss with 2:38 remaining in the first. Yes, 8 goals in the first period between these two squads. Spring Lake Park trying to skate out of their own end. Here's Dylan Sonmore. Sonmore fitting it forward, intercepted by Cheslock. Bouncing puck into neutral ice, batted into the Spring Lake Park zone by Tanner Weiss. Puck in the near side corner. Both teams battling. Spring Lake Park comes away with it. Looking for a chance to work it out of their own end. They'll send it behind the net. Scooped up there by Wyatt Noble. Tries to feed it forward, instead stolen. Rogers coming on the attack, feed forward out of the reach of Braden Hammond, that is. Now this is Hammond, sending it down into the corner for Cheslock. Out to the blue line. Mike and Miller, who has a goal in this game, lost control of it, has to dump it back in as his teammates touch up. Feed out to neutral for Spring Lake Park, gets there, and they'll get a change in because they've been back on their heels for some time. Resetting from behind their own net. Nice move there, and it's brought forward by Mike and Miller. Now quick passing ahead, gets it to Braden Hammond. He'll get it into the offensive zone, but without control. Wyatt Noble beats him to the puck. Noble battling for control against a pair of Royals. Fought for in the corner. Leighton Long sends it out through neutral ice. Trying to pick it up on the run is Caden Carson. Carson into the corner, centers a pass, but only Royals in front. It's taken by Odin Eliasson. This puck worked by Spring Lake Park into the offensive zone. They lose control after crossing over. Now it's Rogers the other way. 2-on-1. Here they come. Melquist passes it across. Back to Melquist. Goal! Melquist and Rinaldo. Tic-tac-toe. Six-3 game, 14:07 remaining here in the second. So Rogers with their largest lead of the game. Can Spring Lake Park tighten it up? Six different goal scorers for the Rogers Royals. They had 10 different goal scorers coming in to tonight's action. And they've added some new ones, right? Hammond got his first. I think at least one other guy got his first, right? No, it might just be Hammond. My apologies. Hammond. Yeah, just Hammond with his first of the season. Some Spring Lake Park players with their first as this puck ricochets away. You know, Sonmore got his first of the season. 6-3 our score, 13:20 remaining in this second period. Glove side draw in front of Lubke. Pass right to the front, shot right into the goaltender's breadbasket, and he's able to shut down Leighton Long's attempt from point-blank range. Another glove side draw. Won by Spring Lake Park, trying to take it in on the attack. Goes off the side of the net, now is collected by the Royals. Rogers giving it off to the trailer. A.J. Lohman feeds it forward, tipped into the offensive zone by Weiss. Tracked down behind the net, first man there, Grenny. Now quick pass to the front, shot, goal! Stuffing it in there was Tanner Weiss, his second of the night. I believe we'll get an assist to Grenny on this one, but we'll double check on it. 7-3 Rogers in front. We're starting to see some separation early in this second period. Now Rogers did get the first 2 goals in the first period to jump out to a quick lead. And then Spring Lake Park responded. But remember, this is a Rogers team that came in to this period with a 5-3 lead. Now it's a 7-3 lead, so even an answer back. So they did give Grenny an assist. They also gave one to Eli Dobitz on the play for that last goal, the 7th for the Royals tonight. Rogers with the puck in their own end, trying to move it out of there. Mike and Miller. Now a long pass up front, gets stopped up by Spring Lake Park. Rogers is offsides. If they touch it, they have to recollect themselves. Right idea, but a good defensive play. Just to get a little stick on that, really threw off the plans of the Rogers Royals. So Spring Lake Park into the offensive end. John Ross controlling, sends the puck towards the net. This one loose in front and it's poked away. The defense steps up to clear that. A.J. Lohman getting it out of there. Puck down to the near side. Back out to neutral ice. Rogers barely in control. They lose it. And Spring Lake Park able to play it off the glass. Pops it up into neutral ice. Back on it there is Mike and Miller for the Royals. Feed up the far side. Boards tipped into the offensive end. We play on as it goes into the corner. Spring Lake Park first there. They push it behind the net. Royals take it from there. They'll send it to the middle. Taken away by Spring Lake Park and worked out to neutral ice by Larson. Brock Larson sees it go by him, and it's picked up by his teammate Wackman. Wackman trying to feed it forward. Offered Justin Boyd. Instead, it ends up back in the Royals' end where they have control. Feed forward. Finds Peyton Struck. Struck knocked off the puck hard. At neutral ice, it's finally taken by the visiting Royals. Here a shot goes into the legs and taken away clean. Nicely done there by Ben Wackman. Wackman now touching it forward. He gets rocked down to the ice. Royals come up with the puck, and they'll bounce it into neutral ice. Trying to chip it forward. Good swing on that one by Lohman. That's Matt Lohman dumping it into the zone. Held on the forward boards by Melquist. Melquist has been busy today. Just got the goal. Has a couple of assists as well. And this puck goes all the way to the other end. Icing called against Rogers. 10:44 to go in this second period. Both these teams playing on the road on Saturday, and it ends a 5-game stretch of road games for the Royals when they'll play at Armstrong Cooper, a team that beat Spring Lake Park 6-1 earlier this season. The Panthers are playing at Anoka in their final game of January on Saturday. Here a shot goes off the shoulder and bounces out to the far side. And credit the save to the goaltender. Royals got a lot of talent offensively. We've seen that throughout the night. Their skaters have been strong. Good quickness, good passing. They're all trying to keep this puck away from some goaltenders that don't have a ton of experience. The numbers look good this year, but a good offense will go a long ways to helping a goalkeeper have good numbers. If the other team doesn't have it, you don't have to see much of it. Gilbert on the other side, back after going 5-8 last year as a junior. This puck brought in, and this shot stopped up. We get a arm in the air, and a penalty is coming. Spring Lake Park trying to capitalize on what they thought was a breakaway opportunity. The defense riding strong, and a penalty coming against Rogers. A.J. Lohman goes towards the box. No penalty shot, but 2 minutes on the power play upcoming before the Spring Lake Park Panthers. 0 power play goals have been scored in this game. One shorthanded, as I mentioned, by Rogers back in the first period. Can Spring Lake Park try to close this 4-goal gap by taking advantage of this special teams opportunity? Was out here on Tuesday, watched the Spring Lake Park Anoka Stormcats, the girls co-op program. And I'll be back here tomorrow to watch that exact same team. They'll host Centennial here from the Ice House. Power play opportunity for Spring Lake Park, but the draw coming back in their own end. It's one back to Lewis. Gets it back after passing it away. Feed forward, there's pressure, and finally the puck sent across the ice. Handed off, and it's Wackman who dumps it into the zone. Fritz chasing after it. He gets there in the corner. Good spin, maintains control. Passes it off our circle. Hard angle shot, ends up behind the net. Bounces out to the top. Lueck from there, hands it to the half wall. Knocked away from Wackman. Wackman can't keep it in the zone. Good pressure that time by Trent Pelliff. Spring Lake Park. Lueck hands it to Wackman. Wackman under some duress. Grant Grenny getting in his face. Finally passes it off to John Ross. Ross looking for help. Instead it's stolen away. Pass to the slot. Short-handed chance. This shot goes wide for Rogers. Last attempt by Chase Cheslock, who got our scoring started tonight. Just a minute 15 into the game. Spring Lake Park losing time on this power play. 50 seconds remaining. They feed it forward and it ends up behind the Royals net. Into the corner. Panthers making some changes, so they're not pinching as tightly as they'd like, but they do get the puck. Send it in the corner. Feed up to the point. Lueck takes a blast from there, and it is sent back. Rogers going the other way. They break over with speed into the offensive end. Lose control along the way. Regaining it is Mike and Miller. Miller doing some work down there against a lot of white sweaters. Feeds it out towards the far wall. It squirts into neutral ice, where it's collected by Rogers. Rogers from the near side feeds it to the middle. On the move. This is Dobitz towards the net. Lost it here. Rebound on the shot. Not really a rebound, but it was left right for the trailer. Ty Fredrickson, who had a chance and couldn't connect. Here a shot forward, deflected in front. Pad save made. Good kick out that time by Uhlberg. Now the puck played along the near side boards. This one shot towards the net was headed wide, but Uhlberg stepped in front to make sure. Now it's squirting puck in front of the crease. Is knocked home by Eli Dobitz. His first goal of the season. It's an 8-3 lead. That goal came after the power play expired, so it is not shorthanded. It is even strength. And Dobitz, again, making it an 8-3 game in favor of Rogers with 7:46 remaining in this second period. Fredrickson and Hammond on the assists for that goal by Weiss. Excuse me, by Dobitz. Dobitz at the last one. Hard to keep track. We've had 11 goals, and we're about midway through this game. With a 5-goal advantage. This puck squirts into the Rogers end. A little trouble there for Lubke controlling. Now a puck towards the front of the net finally comes out in favor of the Royals. Phillips feeds it forward. This puck bounces up into the air. Spring Lake Park takes control. Send it forward for Lueck. Lueck trying to pass it across, ends up back with him. He'll take the shot this time. Glove save made. Nice job by Lupke to get his mitt on that one and shut down the Spring Lake Park attack. 6:50 to play here in the second period. Penalty against Rogers, A.J. Lohman sitting down. And we're going to serve time on the other side. Yes. Lueck sits down. And we're going to get company on the Spring Lake Park bench, or do we have the wrong guy in there? It's company. 2 Panthers will sit down. So instead of coincidentals, a power play chance coming for the Rogers Royals. All right. A little bit of everything on those penalties. Spring Lake Park trying to get the answers to what's going on. Captain chatting with the officials before we have our next draw. Again, there was a lot of contact, a lot of pushing and shoving in front of the net. The officials think they saw everything. I'm not sure that Jacob Fritz is convinced by the conversation he just had with the officials. Now he skates to the bench. 2 minutes of power play for Rogers, who leads by 5 goals. Hamann for roughing. Here, Lueck got the cross check. I think there was another roughing call in there. Rogers. Feed down low by Rinaldo, taken towards the net. Push back is Pelliff. He'll give it off to Rinaldo far wall. Now up to the point. This is Miller. Miller back to Rinaldo. He'll skate in tight, takes the shot. That one might have been deflected by the glove of Lupke. Rogers able to maintain control in the zone. Here's a shot. Save made. And then it's knocked out of there. Good job to follow up the save. John Ross clears the zone. About a minute into the power play opportunity. Fresh set of skaters for the PK unit at Spring Lake Park. Changes bodies. Rinaldo with speed. Breaks into the offensive zone. Rinaldo into the corner. Sends it around out towards that far side. Losing control of the puck, but they've got an extra man. They use it here. Skating in. Shot. And that one stopped up. Pelliff shut down by Yulberg. Pass into the far corner. And Pelliff gives it off. Shot from the circle. Yulberg again standing tall in this penalty kill situation. From the top of the slot. Shot deflected in front. Goal! A score for Trent Pelliff right in front. Mike and Miller gets the assist. Yet another goal scorer, as it's now a 9-3 game. That is a power play goal. And what was some really exciting back and forth hockey in the first period. High scoring, high octane action has turned very lopsided here in the second period. 6 goals separating these two teams. This puck played forward, and Spring Lake Park able to cover up with just over 5 minutes remaining in the second period. So I told you where these teams will be. I know where I'll be tomorrow. I think we have basketball also on North Metro TV. There's some action next week on the schedule as well. Schedule isn't quite as laid out as it is in normal years, where we have a plan for the entire winter season where we're going to be, at least until the postseason. This puck skips into the penalty box. But as we know what games we're going to be at, if we know where we're going to be, we'll let you know. Elk River and Spring Lake Park doing battle. So you can watch that one. That's tomorrow, right? Tonight, excuse me. I knew we had swimming also going on tonight. A lot happening, but the swimming should be done. Elk River and Spring Lake Park girls basketball happening right now. They usually wrap up earlier on the basketball side. Tomorrow's action is the girls hockey that I have and nothing else, and we'll be back with gymnastics on Monday, Champlain Park at Centennial. 2 games on Tuesday, Blaine at Centennial in girls hoops, Centennial at Blaine in boys hoops. Thursday, swimming and diving a week from tonight. Here, a slap shot from the blue line, goes off a leg and bounces behind the net. 4:20 to play in this second period. Puck towards the front of the net, shot, goal! Finishing it off is Ty Fredrickson, and we get another goal scorer as Fredrickson nets his first. So it is a 10-3 lead for the Rogers Royals. But if we get some running time, we might be able to catch up with the Hoopsters. 7 goals separating the two teams here late in the second period. Spring Lake Park has not scored in this period. And Rogers so far has scored just as much as they did in the first. 5 goals in each of the first 2 periods. All right, my apologies. They gave the goal to Hammond. So Hammond will get his second of the night. Fredrickson credited with an assist. Here's a shot, pad save made. Poked back out towards the blue line. Now given down to the near side. Rogers just on a relentless attack here. They'll play it towards the front of the net, and it is stopped up underneath the goaltender, Hilberg. Draw glove side of Hulberg. From the far circle, one back by Rogers. They get hold of it. Here's a big slap shot from the near circle. Weiss shut down by Hulberg. Spring Lake Park able to work it out of the zone. Panthers controlling from the half wall. Shot and a stick save, or rather a blocker save. Pushed it to the far side boards. From there, Rogers trying to work it up ice. In front of the benches, they'll dump it into the zone. Rolling puck towards the tender and stopping it to cover up is Hulberg. So again, that first period, very fun, very back and forth. And, you know, even though Spring Lake Park was trailing by 1 or 2 goals basically throughout the period, it felt like they were going to be able to compete with Rogers and make it an interesting game all the way throughout. The second period has been not quite the same. The Royals have had no trouble keeping up the pace they set in the first. Spring Lake Park has been on their heels throughout this second period. They'll try to carry it out of the zone here. Along the near side, this is Caden Carson. Carson run off the puck. Rogers collects in their own end. Pass forward, that one not quite within the reach of Fredrickson. So Spring Lake Park comes up with it. Now touched in the offensive zone by Fredrickson. Offsides is called. Was that Fredrickson? No, someone got it for Rogers. Offsides is the right call. 2:30 remaining here in the second period. And when it's close and competitive, if you're Spring Lake Park, you've got every reason to work as hard as you can. Now, you should continue to have every reason in every game to work as hard as you can, but there is a mental aspect to this game, and when there's a 7-goal deficit on the board, it's hard to have a lot of faith that you can make that comeback. And to keep up the same kind of effort it would require to make such a comeback. Here a shot blocked out in front, and that gives an opportunity to the Royals. coming in hot. Cheslock knocked off the puck. He'll regather, send it down to Matt Lohman. Ends up behind the net, up to Cheslock. Here's shot towards the net, stopped by the Panthers, and they'll chip it to neutral ice. 1:45 to go in this second period. Rinaldo gets it into the offensive zone, takes the shot himself. Goal! Another one for Rinaldo. His team leading 9th goal of the season makes it an 11-3 Royals lead. Still 1:37 to go in this second period. They did give an assist to Cheslock on that play. Spring Lake Park bring it into the offensive zone. Centering a pass goes right to the Royals. Now another centering pass. This shot stopped up, swatted at by those in blue. And finally Rogers is able to move it away from the net. Held in at the blue line. Puck into the corner. Spring Lake Park trying to regain control. Now things getting a little feisty. Not quite enough for a penalty, but the official was right there. And he was thinking about it. Instead, the puck sent to the other end of the ice. Icing is called with 56 seconds remaining in the second period. Spring Lake Park has had an interesting go of it since their magical 2015 season when they made it to the state tournament. Still a Class A squad. Then they bumped themselves up to 2A, which is where, you know, the majority of their competition is. And Rogers also getting into bigger competition after joining the Northwest Suburban. So both of these schools probably on the smaller end for Northwest Suburban schools, but they've each had their moments in different sports. Small enrollment doesn't mean you can't compete. Rogers into the offensive zone with 18 seconds left. Shot by Hammond, knocked away. Hammond's got a couple here tonight. Back out, centering pass deflected away. 7 seconds left. Spring Lake Park trying to bring it into the offensive end. Pass forward, knocked away. That'll wrap up this second period of play. Rogers outscores Spring Lake Park 6-0 in the second. They now have an 11-3 lead as we head to the third period. We'll pause for the ice resurfacing and then come back for the start of that final frame here on North Metro TV. Welcome back inside Fogarty Arena. Spring Lake Park hosting the Rogers Royals tonight. The visiting team exploding in the second period. Well, it felt that way at least. They scored the same number of goals they did in the first. However, they kept Spring Lake Park off the board, so that took what was a 5-3 game and turned it into an 11-3 game. Excuse me, they got 6 in the second instead of just 5. It's hard to keep up with all that scoring. John Haddon back with you here on North Metro TV as we get in to the third and final period between these two squads. Spring Lake Park has not scored since the final 4 minutes of the first period. The draw eventually pushed into the Rogers zone. They'll send it out to the far side boards, tipped forward and through neutral ice. Finally gathered up by Spring Lake Park to come back on the attack. Unable to get control cleanly was Caden Carson. Now it's sent out towards the far wall. Royals controlling in their own end. Play it to the near side. Quick touch pass forward. Spring Lake Park takes it away. 2-on-none opportunity. Shot and a save made. Blocker to knock that one away nicely by Lupke. Ends up behind the Royals net out to the far corner. Chip back behind the goal. It's picked up on the move by Sam Rinaldo. Down to the near side. This is Melquist trying to feed it forward. Spring Lake Park gets in the way. And we get a hand pass called against the Panthers. So play stops, but the clock does not here in the third period. it will continue to run unless this game gets significantly tighter. Well, right now, an 8-goal difference between the two squads. The Royals just got a free chip to the offensive end of the ice. Face-off play back behind the Panthers' goal. Spring Lake Park trying to gather clean control. Here's Sonmore. Sonmore working it off the boards. Then it's slapped out of the zone. Back on it is Cheslock. Sends it across to the far side. From there, Udi. Carson Udi trying to move it ahead. He gets it right back. And we'll send it down to the near side. Feed forward for Mike and Miller. Pass to the man in the middle. Trying to speed into it was Weiss. The captain never saw the puck thanks to the defense of Spring Lake Park. Panthers feed it through neutral ice. Puck kind of bounces back and forth between our two teams. Spring Lake Park sends it the length, but icing is not called. Puck played along the near side. Picked up on the run now by Miller. Miller gives it off, gets it back in the slot. He couldn't control it on the return. The passing for this Royals team is fun to watch. Didn't work out that time, but they're doing all right. Here's a backhanded try by Spring Lake Park, goes wide. Now a shot off the side of the net. It's picked up by Odin Eliasson. He'll come up on the far side, pass it off to the near side for Eli Dobitz, who scored a goal in this game. Feed forward finds Hammond. Hammond's got a couple tonight. He'll break the blue line. Hammond with support from behind, and A.J. Lohman tried to hold it himself the whole time. Now loses control. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Boys in blue have it. Rogers sends it down to the near side for Eli Dobitz. Gets into the offensive zone. Rogers able to hold that zone. Good move all by himself here. A shot into the pads. Rebound. Goal! What an individual effort by A.J. Lohman. His second goal of the season, his first of the night, and he becomes one of the many goal scorers for the Rogers Royals, who now lead 12-3. Goal came with about 13:50 remaining in this period. No assists on the Lohman goal, and we get back to the action. Now 9 goals separating these two teams as Rogers continues to build that lead. Remember, it was a 4-3 game, so they've scored 8 consecutive goals. Here a shot in front, and the second opportunity shut down. Spring Lake Park had Gavin Forga coming down the slot, but he didn't get a chance to swing at it. Here a man gets knocked down to the ice. We may have a... Nope, it's an offsides call against the Royals. So a face-off coming just outside the Spring Lake Park zone as the clock ticks down towards 12:45 remaining. Off the draw, taken by Spring Lake Park from their own end. Sends it across in front of the net. Now bounce it off the boards far side ahead to Swenson. Check that was Carson. Caden Carson carries it into the offensive end. Batted around. Carson now sets up in front looking for a pass. It doesn't come from anyone. And instead, Rogers takes it the other direction. Trent Pelliff, who has a goal tonight, takes it in tight, takes a shot from a hard angle and skate right up against the post to shut that one down along the pipe. Nice save there by Hilberg. Check that. Sorry, that's A.J. Gannett who's come in here in this third period. The sophomore seeing his first real time this season. Puck played up the far side boards. Royals get it into the offensive end. Centering pass stolen away by Spring Lake Park. A lot of goaltenders used in tonight's game. I guess that shouldn't surprise with 15 total goals scored between the two squads. Rogers out from their own end, trying to get it forward, having a little trouble. This is Rinaldo taking control. Wanted to bring it forward, was pushed back by the defense. Now Rinaldo passes it off. Melquist tries to center a pass, knocked away. Worked around the boards out to the far side. Beloff holding it in, will dump it into the near corner. Chase for it. Melquist battling for that puck, trying to fight Sonmore for control. Support comes for both sides, and it's the Panthers who get it. Sonmore for Spring Lake Park working up ice. Under duress most of the way. Finally dumps it and goes off on a change. Puck grabbed by Rogers. Now this feed forward. Carried into the offensive end. Shot and save made. Able to kick it out there is Gannett. Jeanette. .10 to play in the third period. Feed forward, and an icing call coming. So again, Spring Lake Park plays at Anoka on Saturday, then they're home against Champlin Park on Tuesday. Royals playing on Saturday as well at Armstrong Cooper, and then their game after that isn't until Thursday when they finally get a home game against Osseo. And they could very well, I mean, they're going to get the win here tonight. We're just waiting for the running clock to get all the way down. Armstrong Cooper is a team that, on paper, they are certainly better than. And so they could go 5-0 on this road trip and return home looking for that first home win. Because remember, they dropped their first game of the season to Andover on their own ice. Andover is a very good team. So not necessarily shame in that, maybe disappointment to lose that game 6-3 the way they did. This puck played out towards the far side boards and dumped in behind the net. Puck played right in front, taken away. Here a shot. Goal! I believe it was the second swipe by Miller that made it happen. It was brought in there, or turned over right to Grenny right in front. I think Grenny got shut down, and it looked like Miller was the one to finish the play and give us a 13-3 game. So 8:40 remaining, and how high can we go? This is now the highest scoring game this season for the Rogers Royals. Remember, they're coming off the 12-0 win against Coon Rapids. So they did give Miller the goal. Here, shot, another goal. This one from A.J. Lohman, his second of the game, both coming in this third period. And Lohman pushes the score even higher. It's 14-3. A joke that I was running out of room in the scorebook there. The joke is becoming less funny as I am finding scratch paper to try and keep track of everything that has gone on tonight. They did give Fredrickson an assist, by the way, on that Lohman goal, the latest. Puck played along the near side. .7:15 remaining here in this third period. Spring Lake Park gets it into the offensive zone, sends the puck towards the net. It is stopped and then covered up. And for his work, Lubke gets speared, and he comes away with Brock Larson's stick wedged under his arm. But he does make the save, and with 6.5, and the clock's still ticking down here in the third period. 11-point lead for the 11-goal lead. I said we might have a football score. It is 14-3 right now. Rogers centering a pass, but nobody was home. And that'll squirt all the way to the other end of the ice. They have to retreat to their own zone. Back on it is Cheslock. Now a feed right to the front. Defenders got in the way to stop that slap shot from Tite. Ronaldo carrying up. It's a 3-on-2. The feed forward looking for Matt Lohman. Lohman trying to chase it down. It has to end up behind the net to get there. And then Spring Lake Park takes it off his stick. Loose puck poked forward by SLP. It's the Panthers into the offensive zone. Losing his stick for the Royals was Odin Eliasson. Looks like he's able to recover. We play on. Puck batted around in that near circle. Spring Lake Park comes up with a Gavin Forga out to the blue line for Sonmore. He'll send it on net. Delayed penalty coming against Rogers. They touch up. And we will have a power play for Spring Lake Park. The guilty party is Carson Melquist. Clock ticks under 5 minutes. 2 minutes will be served. So Spring Lake Park trying to take advantage of the extra skater and at least get another score on the board. They had 3 goals in the first period, and they have come up empty the rest of the way. Here it is, a goal right away. A wrister that stays low, and Justin Boyd makes it a 10-goal game. And the offender comes right out of the penalty box. That took just 10 seconds. So Boyd gets his second of the night. Again, makes it a 10-goal game at 14-4. Spring Lake Park with their 4th power play goal of the game. Spring Lake Park again sending it towards the net. This one in tight. It got deflected in front by the offense. They get it into the tender. They're able to stop and then cover. Here's Lubke. Draw coming to the stick side of the Rogers goaltender. Here a shot towards the front, stopped by a sliding defender, and then the Royals carry out of the zone. Leaving a man on the ice, Micah Miller now stops, hands it back. A.J. Lohman skates in, takes the shot, and a glove save made. They had a man right in front in Tanner Weiss trying to make something happen, but able to squeeze that one in his mitt. A.J. Jeanette shuts it down. Puck played behind the net. Now a centering pass kicked away. Down to the near side. Spring Lake Park can't clear the zone. Able to mitt that one is Eliasson. Sends it towards the net, ends up far corner. Gathering it, Fredrickson into the corner. Now a centering pass. They were looking for Eli Dobitz in front. Dobitz comes up with it in the end, but not with the opportunity that he would have had earlier. Now another play right towards the front, tipped around, ends up in the slot. He's trying to get a shot away. It's shuffled forward. No shots come out of all of that. Now it's taken back by Rogers. Pass across. Dobitz can't handle. Royals still control. Another centering pass. This one misses the stick. Eliasson really unable to put that one home. Here's a shot from Spring Lake Park. Stopped up as Carson denied by Lubke. Behind the net. Bella spins around with it. Now controlling once more behind his own goaltender. He'll flip this one up into the rafters. Not a lot of room up there at the ice house. He tries to send it long and high. And the overhead is not great here. Glove side draw in front of Lubke. Won by Rogers. Under 90 seconds to play in this game. This puck misses wide, and that brings us an icing, so Spring Lake Park will go to the other end. Go under a minute. Puck is dropped. Able to get it are the Royals. Out towards that far side. Royals battling in the corner. Just trying to maintain what they've got. A 10-goal victory. Try and help the senior who's in net. Make sure he keeps his scorecard as clean as possible. Puck right to the front. Nothing comes of it. Royals able to move it out of the zone. They'll dump it in. 13 seconds left. Some changes to wrap this one. Royals control in the corner. They'll center a pass. Loose puck in the slot. Backhanded once more towards the front. Royals trying to get a shot away. Stopped by Spring Lake Park. And that wraps up the third period. Final score here, 14-4. The Royals score a season high. And they just keep climbing from 3 goals to 8 goals to 12 goals to 14 tonight. They improve to 4-1 on the season. The Spring Lake Park Panthers fall to 0-4. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight for our entire North Metro TV crew. I'm John Haddon saying so long from Fogarty Arena, where the Royals win 14-4.